What is up, vape heads? It's the vape guy here. I got a sick ass review for you today. This is the Panzer Black Hawk. This is a clone blue edition. Alright, I've seen a lot of reviews on the Panzer, and I'm sure you have too, but this one is just sweet. Look at that blue finish with that gold. I mean, this thing is sweet. And RDA Mephisto with a wide bore Vape Life drip tip, gold. I mean, it looks sweet on this. I'm vaping some stuff that I've made up, and it's pretty good. It's strawberries and cream blend. It's like a 70-30 blend, mostly VG. I've got a .36 build. Go ahead and give it a quick vape. Massive clouds. The vapor reduction is just amazing on this thing. I've got to say right off the bat, this is hands down way better than some of the reviews I've seen. You know, I picked it up for $35 off eBay. The Mephisto, $36, and then the little drip tip. But you can get different ones, different clone companies. I've got to say this one is sweet. I'm not going to get into it too deep. I'm just going to do a basic review on this. I'm not going to take it apart and show you what it's all made up of, because it's the same as what you've probably seen before. It's a Panzer. So you can break it down right here at the bottom. You can break it down here, here, and here. You can run this in 18350, 18500, and 18650 mode. Okay, and that's what I'm running it right now. You got your lock, reverse threaded, locks it in, unlock, and you're all good. You can fire away. One thing I want to say about this: when I received it, it hit amazing, but I done an upgrade on it. I done my own little mod to it. You might not be able to see it very well, but you see that copper in there? There's copper. There's 3 copper strips touching the threads on each one. Same up top. Inside here, they're touching the threads. That's silverback copper foil, adhesive back on the silver. Put that in there, it fixes the voltage drop dramatically. Definitely when you do it the way I've done it. Pretty basic up top, but down here at the bottom, I'm not going to open it up because it's very tight. Most people you'll see on here reviewing will say that this button loosens by itself, and it does. But the way I've done it, it stuck in there very good. Not actually stuck, like it moves. When I received it, it had magnets in it, okay? I took the magnets out, they were broke. And I was kind of pissed, but now I'm kind of happy because I modified it myself. I took a spring and modified the spring to fit inside the gap perfectly. I wrapped that spring with the silverback copper foil, alright? And in the little shaft that screws into this, the firing pin down here, what I done is I wrapped the pin with copperback foil, and on the threads that this screws on, I wrapped the threads with the copperback foil, tightened it on. It is snug, and I mean, it's still smooth. The spring is copper now. Everything's copper in here now, the way I've done it. I've got copper strips on the threads. I've got a good copper connection going all the way up to the RDA from the firing button at the bottom. Always be safe when you're running one of these mods. I'm running it .36, 18650, Sony VTC5, VTC4 are good as well. Just different milliamp per hour. Always, I would suggest use the VTC by Sony. Alright? So, all that aside, that Mephisto is pretty sick. The build I've got is a pretty simple build. .24 gauge. I got a dual coil, 24 gauge. I think it's, let's see how many wraps. 10 wraps on each side. And it glows perfectly. Organic cotton, of course. And I've made me a batch for personal use only. You can see I've shook it up pretty good. It's real hazy. It's about a 70-30 or 75-25 blend VG PG. So let's get straight to it. I know you want to see the clouds, and honestly, I love this thing. I mean, I've used some different ones that buddies had. This is actually, I'm not new to it, but this is my first one I've built before. This is something I can really start getting into building, you know, all the time with, and I've got all the stuff to do it. So let me step back and let's vape on this thing. Told you the review wasn't going to be too crazy, consist of too much. I'm just kind of running over the rough pieces of it, kind of telling you what I think about it. If you want to see the close-ups and get broke down, let me know and I'll do it. The only reason I haven't is because that copper foil, you know, I really don't want to take it apart because it's just perfect. The voltage drop is where I want it to be. So you can check out, you know, another review and they'll break it down and show you. Crazy clouds off this thing. Let me get some juice on here. If you're thinking about getting into dripping and you want to get a good mod, get this Panzer. The Panzer, they got the stainless steel, the Black Hawk, the copper, which I've heard is very good, and then this Black Hawk Blue edition, which is pretty sweet. I believe they got a rainbow too in the clones. You can get them for like 35 bucks, man. Couple second drag, man. I mean, just pull real fast. I'll do a 1 second pull here. I mean, have you seen a review with a Panzer that hits like this? 1 second pull again. I mean, get out of here, man. Let's do a 3 to 4 second pull. Vapor production is out of this world. I've got to say, if you get one of these, just go ahead and order some silverback copper foil. Comes in a little roll. It's adhesive on the silverback. I've got to say, it makes a dramatic difference in the performance of this. It just steps up the performance so much. It just makes it incredible. That is the Panzer Black Hawk Blue Edition. We're blowing clouds. We are blowing clouds. Mephisto RDA Vape Life drip tip. Got to give it to them. This is all cloned right here, man, and they done a great job. Done a great job cloning this thing. that's all I've got for today, guys. Happy vaping. I hope that really showed you the cloud production off of the Panzer itself. It produces mad clouds. As long as you set this thing up right. That Mavisto is a great RDA, 3-post. Running it, I built the coils last night, and we're running at about 0.36. So, I mean, you can't beat this setup. I've probably got, you know, $70 in this, and then cotton and all that other crap, coils, you know, Canthal. So there you go, guys. Hope that helps you. If you want to see this thing closey, get into it, take it apart. You can check one of them guys out on there. They take it apart for you. But this was mainly just to kind of run you through it, show you how this thing can really blow some clouds. Definitely when you do that silverback copper foil. Alright, happy vaping.